I'm pretty sure this video is purely for my record, my log, and very few of you are going to show any interest in it. They keep terrorizing you with something that's the evidence shows that the overwhelming majority of evidence shows that it doesn't exist. Prions, absolutely no proof that they exist. About a month ago, I commented on a YouTube video Simon Whistler narrated where he makes the claim. He does even mention Dr. Stanley Priestner of San Francisco, who's still the only idiot on earth going around whipping up and actually getting health organizations or other people who are incompetent to analyze the literature. If you read the literature, which you tell me, number one, you got to be at least around the 50-year-old range to be able to understand the literature, be competent to understand the literature. That's why I don't listen to young people too much. You lack the comprehension. You haven't had enough time. This guy actually started interfering with an old post. And when I went back on there and started looking, reading it, it's amazing. This is that particular video is just solid proof of the Dunning Kruger effect. Yeah, I know my last name's Kruger. The Dunning Kruger effect, where you get a little bit of education and you think you're fucking brilliant. And you think you know it all when you actually haven't studied for shit. You're too young. You haven't had the time. It takes a lot of time. It's one thing to be smart. I was born smart. Intelligence, IQ, is the accumulation of data. Accumulation of data takes a lot of time. This is why I keep telling you, God commands you to stand before white hair, because we can compress and digest and present that data to you in a form to get you in the right direction. It's still going to take you a long time to catch up and be sure, but I was just amazed at all the people. There was only one guy who was pretty close to knowing, understanding, only one person out of thousands, many thousands, had some understanding of the biology, and that there's actually, a mechanism to prevent this so-called misfolding protein. They still haven't, it used to be replicating protein. Now it's misfolding protein. They still don't know anything about it because it doesn't exist according to all the best in the studies. The original nucleotide study was never reproduced. That was like 60 years ago. And then when they started doing studies where they would take like a wild population and put it in with a domesticated population, same food, same kind, close contact, sexual, it wouldn't transfer from one to the other. And this is in mammals. The overwhelming evidence is that prions don't exist, that they're a scare tactic used by mainstream media on you, and that you're too stupid to actually do the research yourself, because there's not a very large body of literature. I've read it all, even the reviews of the literature by my peers. And my peers say that Stanley Priestner is a fucking idiot. That's it. I'm done. If you think that prions exist, that there's been proven to exist, you're a blithering idiot who listens to science fiction. You're an empath, okay? You're a reader and believer of science fiction, okay? I said that in the proper passive-aggressive way, okay? That was closer. That means you will agree with me or we're going to have an argument. Okay? Got three little snuffle. Okay? No proof that prions exist. more proof that they don't exist. One guy said that they could get into plants. And think about how little protein there is in most plants. Okay. Over and out. You know, if you don't want to get educated, and like that 80-year-old man that attacked me on Sunday morning before church. He was too stupid to be educated. He really was. He's mostly just a character assassin, just an asshole, sociopath. Actually struck repeatedly a one-armed man in a wheelchair. Well, fuck you, asshole.